Hi, I'm Archie, and this is my advocacy.
COVID, COVID, COVID. It had made our world much more miserable. Countries had to close their borders, streets, parks, and malls became empty.
And in a matter of seconds, the world as we know it began to change.
Every government had to shut their doors in order to save lives, and people had to stay indoors just to prevent the spread of the virus.
And from that moment on, we had to fight for our survival.
In the past few months of the pandemic, we had seen chaos. People from different parts of the world began to panic. One example of which is a toilet paper panic buying that had been happening all over the globe.
And much worse of all, people had to fight over a simple thing.
Just like these two women from Australia who became viral over a toilet paper. And much more same scenario had been happening since the pandemic took place. And also, a lot of unfortunate events took place, which made us feel like we are in the middle of the apocalypse.
We became witness to a large mayhem that's been happening all over the world and the social media. See folks, what I'm trying to say here is that some of the problems that's been happening became much worse because of us.
Because of us, there's chaos, and we should do something about it. I get it. The world is a large habitat for all of us, and some of us had to fight for our survival regardless of the situation of our brothers and sisters.
But don't we feel pity to our neighbors? Don't we feel pity that we had to fight over a single toilet paper when in some parts of the world people had nothing to eat?
Don't we feel bad for those homeless people out there in the streets amidst the pandemic?
And here comes the vaccines.
In some other countries, specifically first world countries, vaccines are made available for everyone. But the thing here is, some of those countries had oversupply number of vaccines, when in some other countries, they had to struggle in order for them to secure a vaccine supply.
But folks, there is hope.
We can share what we have to others. We can be selfless and be generous if we want to.
We can create a better world where there is no hatred and racism. We can be that beacon of light for those countries who had been in the darkness.
We can stop the chaos and violence. We can stop the inequality among our society. We can lend our helping hands to those in need.
We can if we want. You know what? For centuries, we had faced a lot of pandemics, wars, catastrophes, but we made it this far.
If our ancestors can, we can also make it possible. If only if we become much more selfless and compassionate, If and only if, even for a second, we forget ourselves, our nationality, our ethnicity, our race, our color, our gender, and our status in life, we can live in harmony.
I know I'm just a simple student, but just like you, I had a dream of a better world. I am here in front of you to encourage you to be just and humane being.
We can begin with a simple step, and no matter how big or small, at least we had made something for our dear brothers and sisters.
But folks, it's up to us. We the people had the power to make a simple beat into a rhythm of unity and friendship.
We are all the same, and together we can live in a much more peaceful world where there are no borders, continents, countries, governments, states, or region.
Together we can, and together we rise.